Story time with Mr. LABAT. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. LABAT, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. LABAT. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. LABAT, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing today? I am glad that we're here together. Happy Wednesday, yes. And right before coming on, it started raining pretty heavily out here in Oakland. I hope that where you are, you're okay. If you're in Oakland, please do stay dry. And if you're on the roads, please drive slowly, drive carefully. Yes, a little gas off the pedal. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Glad that we're here together. I hope that where you are, you and your loved ones are doing well. Thank you so much for joining in today. We had a fantastic story yesterday with Digestion, the musical from Adam Rex and Laura Park. And today we do have a giant book, a beautiful book. This one called How Many Jelly Beans? Yes, how many jelly beans is too much? How many jelly beans is enough? A giant book for giant numbers by ANDREA MENOTTI and illustrations by YANCEY LABAT. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today, and I hope that you are ready for this one. Yes, jelly beans. I even got myself some jelly beans today so that I could have them later on. But yeah, come join me. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Another exciting book coming from Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big thank you to them indeed, and the many creators out there that have allowed us to read so many wonderful books here on Storytime. Thank you. Remember, please to leave us a message. Let us know you are here so we can say hi to you, whether you're catching us live right now or indeed you catch us for the recordings later on, which will be your right now, of course. Whether you're catching us, and remember too that you can find us at storytimewithmrLABAT.com, at Storytime with Mr. LABAT on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining in, and also look out for Storytime in your area. It might be happening at a place near you. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Let us see who is with us. Oh, before we do that, actually, just a reminder too that Marietta Apollonia's Jack the Library Cat is coming out on May 11th. Remember, this one was scheduled initially for March 2nd, but due to supply chain issues, that was changed. So now instead, it'll be out on May 11th. And guess what? Marietta and Jack the Library Cat will be here on Storytime on that day. So join us. Come on and have fun with us. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate you. And you can see too, we have a wonderful lineup. We still have Audrey L and Audrey W to come. And then, of course, we have If You Were a City and Joe Bright and the Seven Bots. So many coming your way. I hope that you are excited for those ones. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Let us see who is with us this morning in this wonderful community, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Good morning to you, Megan. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, good morning to you, Ari. Thank you for joining us again today. Yes, thank you for being here. Excited to count jelly beans. Well, I'm excited with you. Thank you so much for joining us, and glad that you're here with us today. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Welcome to you, Ari and Megan. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Yes, ready to count jelly beans. Good morning to you, Tara McNamara. Erin and Clara, both girls are home with sniffles today. Oh my goodness. Please continue to heal and feel better. Clara, hopefully you're feeling way better than you were yesterday. And Erin, also hoping that you get better soon. Thank you so much for joining in. Haven't been outside yet today, but it looks bright and chilly out there in Massachusetts. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here with us. And indeed, thank you for allowing us to be part of your morning. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Tara, Erin, and of course, Clara out there in Massachusetts. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan out in cloudy Illinois. Well, hopefully not cloudy anymore because we do have a wonderful book about jelly beans to read together. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Appreciate you always. Hugs, hugs, hugs. And of course, Amanda West, good morning to you as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime this morning. Good morning to you, Soraya, right here in Oakland. And of course, Sharon Lungo. And yes, in case you haven't seen it yet, it is raining out. So please do stay dry. And I hope that your day is beautiful. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. How many jelly beans coming up very shortly? This one, a giant book of giant numbers by ANDREA Menotti, illustrations by YANCEY LABAT, and we're reading this one with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. You can see how it compares. I know I have a big head, but look at how much it compares to that. This is a giant book, and I'll show you some pictures for perspective as well as we go. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Good morning to you, Tomaida Zulu. How are you doing today? Thank you for being here with us on Storytime, joining us from all the way out in sunny Lusaka. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I am glad that you're here. And this is March. We're getting to that harvest season, harvest time in Lusaka. I miss the roasted corn on the roasted maize on the streets, and of course the boiled groundnuts and all that. So yeah, have some of that for me, Tomaida Zulu. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And of course, good afternoon to everybody out there with you. Good morning to you, Sarah Jenkins. How are you doing today? Thank you for being here. Marley, Haven, and Bowie. And I hope I'm saying those names correctly. Please send me pronunciations if I've mispronounced any of them. But thank you so much for joining in today. Bowie, Haven, and of course, Marley as well. Thank you so much for joining in. And Sarah Jenkins, thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Please remind me where you're joining in from, or indeed let us know where you're joining in from if you've not been here before. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Thank you, Tomaida Zulu. We have to represent. Thank you so much. Yes, the Chipolopolo is the Zambia national soccer team, and this lovely jacket is from the 2012 collection, the Africa Cup winning collection. Always. Thank you so much for joining in, Tomaida Zulu. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Oh my goodness, Sarah, thank you for joining us out in Berlin Library, Massachusetts, where you say it is very chilly today. Thank you for being here. I am glad that you're here indeed with us. Thank you. And yeah, good to see you. Sarah, we still have to connect and make plans. So let's definitely do that soon. And maybe Storytime could be coming your way. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate you. Missouri, thank you for joining in. And yes, I've family out in St. Louis. So I visit Missouri quite regularly. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Sarah, let's make it happen. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. All right, so let's get ready for a story for today. This one is called How Many Jelly Beans? A giant book of giant numbers by ANDREA Menotti and illustrations by YANCEY LABAT. And we're reading this one with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. But before then, a short break and we will be right back. Thank you so much for joining in, friends. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you.
This is Anika Morose-Reese, author of The Teacher's Pet, Watch Out for Wolf, Love Sophia on the Moon, the Anna Banana chapter book series, and Hide and Don't Seek and other very scary stories. And you are watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Hi, friends. I hope you're enjoying today's story on Storytime with Mr. LaMotta. I know I am. My name is Angela Dalton, and I'm the author of picture books, including If You Look Up to the Sky, Show the World, and Ruby's Reunion Day Dinner, all of which you can hear Mr. LaMotta read right here on Storytime with Mr. LaMotta. I hope you continue to enjoy today's story, and I hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you so much, Angela Darton. Of course, you can see Ruby's Reunion Day Dinner and all amazing stories that she's written, of course, including Show the World and many more. And of course, Anika Mros Risi. And if you're looking for a scary book, fun and scary book, check out Hide and Don't Seek. And of course, if you just want to laugh, Love Sophia on the Moon is a favorite of ours here at Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. Remember to find those books at your local library. Our book for today, How Many Jelly Beans? This one, A Giant Book of Giant Numbers by ANDREA MENOTTI and illustrations by YANCEY LABAT. And of course, reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Are you ready? Here we go. Get cozy, get comfortable, grab whatever you need. I hope you have your blanket. I hope you have your snack. I hope you have your juice and everything else that will make this story time even better. How many jelly beans can you grab before story time starts? All right, here we go. Just love the colors in this one. And you see there's another spread I'll show you too, where it's just a bunch of beautiful, beautiful colors. How Many Jelly Beans by ANDREA MENOTTI, illustrations by YANCEY LABAT. And we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And as always, a big thank you to them indeed for allowing us to share so many wonderful books here on Storytime. And do look out too, we'll be bringing the spring collection from Chronicle Books will be coming to Storytime very soon. These ones that we've been reading, including How Many Jelly Beans, are from the Fall catalog. Here we go. How many jelly beans would you like, Emma? Great question. Somebody's like, oh, it's taking too long. 10 jelly beans. Oh, they can fit on your palm. Whoa. 10 jelly beans. Would you want jelly beans too? 10? Would that be good for you? Sarah? Nathan? 10 jelly beans or more? How many jelly beans would you like, Emma? I need to think about that. 10. How about you, Aiden? Well, 20. Whoa. Oh, 20 jelly beans. They fit on both palms. Wow. That is amazing. 20. Good morning to you, Mayport. Thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoy the jelly beans. How about you, Aiden? 20. Okay. Somebody wants 10, somebody wants 20. How many do you want out there, kids? He can have 20? Well, then I will have 25. Then I will take 50. Whoa, how about I take 75? Oh, only 75? Well, I'll take 100. Ari wants 30. How many do you want? Well, my tiny box has a few here. How many does it say I have in here? I have to count them. Oh, no, it doesn't say. I have to count them as I eat. Look at that. He can have 25. Well, why not take 50? 75 even. If we had time, I'd go counting each one, but Maybe later on when you're watching the video, you can pause it and see. 100. Whoa, 100 jelly beans. That's a lot. I changed my mind. I will have 500 jelly beans. Oh my. That takes up the whole table. Is that a surfboard? Whoa. That's too many. You can't eat 500 jelly beans. No. That's way too many. Do you think they should have 500 jelly beans? Ari has upped it up. 35. Wow. That's a lot. But well, let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, if we put it different perspective, in a whole year, I could eat 1,000 jelly beans. Whoa, 1,000 jelly beans. That's a lot. Wow. Do you think our bodies would digest that? That is a lot. 1,000 jelly beans. Oh, yeah. In a year, I could eat 1,000 jelly beans. 1,000. Oh, my goodness. Emma is like, that's way too many. But come to think of it, wait a second. That's only 2 or 3 jelly beans a day. Whoa. When you spread it over the days of the year, that doesn't seem so bad. Oh, okay. Megan says 35 too. Is that for the whole year or for one day? Question for you. But think about it. 1,000 jelly beans. But wait a second. That's only 2 or 3 jelly beans a day. Oh. Well, I could eat 5,000 jelly beans in a year. 5,000? My goodness. Aiden, that's way too much even for you. If I stacked up 5,000 jelly beans, they would be as tall as this building. Look at that. Whoa, now that's a lot of jelly beans. I agree with that. What do you think? 35 for the year. Oh, I would take that. I would take that. Yeah. If we stacked up 5,000 jelly beans, they would be as tall as this building. Now that's a lot of jelly beans. I agree. It is a lot. Wow. Oh, yeah. I could eat 10,000 jelly beans in a year. Oh, my goodness. Just thinking about it makes my belly ache. Oh, my. That's too many jelly beans. Is it possible to have too many jelly beans? Somebody says no. There's no such thing as too many jelly beans. But 10,000? I think that's a little much. Oh, wow. Yeah, 10,000. There's a challenge for you. Oh. Now we're going bigger and bigger. Look at this. You have to admit, 100,000 jelly beans would be too many jelly beans. Yeah, that is a lot. Whoa. Well, I could share them with Murphy. Oh, Murphy is happy. Murphy is excited. Of course, you want to share the jelly beans. But 100,000 though? Look at that. That is way too many. Whoa. Well, if I had 100,000 jelly beans, I would choose, flavors. What would you choose? Well, Aiden would choose 5,000 blueberry, 10,000 watermelon, 2,000 cherry, 25,000 orange. Oh my goodness. 3,000 lime. 50,000 grape. 4,999 strawberry. And just a single one, the one lemon. What would you pick? What's your favorite jelly bean flavor? Ah, Aiden. Oh my goodness. Can you tell which one's Aiden's favorite? Oh, which one isn't? Yeah, my goodness. 25,000 orange. I do like orange, but wait, not that many. Not 25,000. Way too much. Oh, we're getting to the fun part. They're getting to the fun part. Look at that. What about 1 million? 1 million jelly beans. A million jelly beans? No, that is way too much. Way too much. And you will see too, if we're going to show a million, I can't even begin to show from this book because it would open so far out. So what I did instead, and you can open this at home once you get it from the library, so you can see the extra bit on there, how many 1 million is. But let me just show you from here how many 1 million would be. Look at this. This is 1 million jelly beans. And just for perspective, I did put 1 million. I did put that regular house broom so you can see the difference. Look at that. And that's not it. Oh, there's also the backside of it. There's a bit more in there. So yeah, it's a lot. That's 1 million. I put that broom there so you can see the difference. So you can compare. You can get perspective on that. Yeah, that is 1 million jelly beans. Look at that. That is a lot, and there's a few more on the back. And this is how I was struggling to hold up the book. Look at that. 1 million. That is a lot. And so I was trying to make sure that you got a little bit of how big that book is. So if you have it at home, spread it out. Maybe count to 1 million. Who knows? It was a lot of fun though, trying to figure out folding the pages and all of that fun. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope that that gives you a little bit more understanding of how many jelly beans are in this book. But that has been our story for today. There's a lot and just a little bit of information on the back, and as you can see too, lots of beautiful colors in there. So how many jelly beans would you eat? Is 1 million way too much for you? 10,000, 5,000, 25,000, or maybe you just want 35 like Ari and Megan. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Thank you for counting with us. This has been our book for today. How Many Jelly Beans? This one, a giant book of giant numbers by ANDREA MENOTTI and illustrations by YANCEY LABAT. And of course, we were reading it with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Join me on the other side of this short message when we are back for more story time.
Hey, this is Timothy Goodspeed of the Soapbox Salute. I'm the one who wrote Storytime's theme song. If you'd like to hear more of my protest folk music, you can check out the links below on Instagram or at my website. You are watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Hola, my name is Shamile Sayed Mendez, and I am the author of Where Are You From?, Furia, and many other books for young readers. You're watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. A big thank you to you, of course, Shamila Sayed Mendez. If you've not checked out their books, please do. Exciting books, wonderful books indeed, including, of course, the loved, much loved Where Are You From? But if you've not read Furia yet, do that. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, Timothy Dixon, the Soapbox Salute, and all the best on your journey, my brother, as you're going full time into music. I support you, and we're here for the journey. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. This has been our story for today. How many jelly beans? A giant book of giant numbers. This one written by ANDREA MENOTTI and illustrations by YANCEY LABAT. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. A big thank you to Chronicle Books for allowing us to share this one here on Storytime. But tomorrow, please come back, join us. We're bringing back another favorite duo. This one, Audrey L and Audrey W are back. True creative talents. This one is book 2 in the series. You remember we read a little bit of book 1. I think we read chapter 1 and 2. Well, now we're skipping ahead into book 2. This one coming to us from Carter Higgins and Jennifer K. Mann. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Join in the fun tomorrow for Audrey L and Audrey W. True creative talents. Book 2 in the series. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Let us see one more time who was with us here on Storytime. Soraya doesn't like jelly beans, so mommy can have her share. What do you like, Soraya? Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for sharing, everybody. And yes, you say there's a lot of jelly beans in there to split. Yes, 50 people to split it with for that much. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Ari. And of course, thank you, Sarah Jenkins, for joining in today from out there in Chile, Missouri. And of course, you are joining in with Marley, Haven, and Bowie. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you indeed for being here. And all the way out in Lusaka to Maida Zulu and company, thank you so much for joining in today. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. What's coming up on TV to Maida Zulu? Enjoy some banja or something like that, right? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Amanda, West, Sarah, and Nathan out there in cloudy Illinois, much love to you. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. 100 appreciations. Thank you so much to you, Tara, McNamara, Erin, and Clara, and of course, sending you extra hugs today and love, and hope that you feel better soon. Thank you so much for joining in, and I hope that you enjoy lots of good stories today. Thank you so much for joining in. And Ari, I hope you enjoyed that jelly bean hunt, the jelly bean count. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime, and we'll be back again tomorrow for more story time. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. And Soraya, we see that you love chocolate. I'm with you on that. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. This has been Storytime for today. This has been Storytime on this wonderful Wednesday morning. I hope that you have nothing but the best. Please visit your local library if you're able. Grab those books. And of course, turn on the Storytime so we can read along together. Thank you so much for joining us. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. Much love from me. Hugs, hugs, hugs to you. And of course, thank you to all the pets too that joined us today. I know we're joined in by who's the cat that joined us today? I'm trying to see. Maple. Yes, Maple joined us this morning. But you know, there's another cat that is coming to Storytime. So get ready to meet this cat on May 11th. And that is Jack. The library cat will be here on May 11th. And so, Maple, you have a new friend coming to Storytime. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Everybody joining in, whatever your time zones, we appreciate you, and we hope that you have nothing but a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. This has been Storytime. Much love from me. See you again tomorrow when we are back with Audrey L and Audrey W. There we go. Thank you so much, Carter Higgins and Jennifer K. Mann. Much hugs from me.
Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. LABAT. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. LABAT, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all reading? I just can't wait to be hearing with Mr. LABAT. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. LABAT, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all reading? We just can't wait to be hearing